Hello, everybody. This is Danielle once again with another Ultimate Creative Chat. I know you have been waiting and you have been hoping this person came back on, and she's back. We have Tina Faust with us from Bella by Tina Foy, and she is a beauty entrepreneur. So she's going to tell us about what she's got going on with her company, Bella by Tina Foy. She was here again, let me see, around the first of the year, I want to say. And she shared some good stuff with us. So we want to give her another opportunity to say hi and um, give us some updates on what's going on. Hey, Tina.
Hi, Danielle. Hi, everyone. Uh, as Danielle mentioned before, I am Tina Faust. I am the owner of Bella by Tina Foy. We launched back in 2020, right when the pandemic decided to start,
Mm-hmm.
and just kind of been going ever since, learning how to pivot from upfront talking to customers and potential clients to social media, which was a struggle to begin with. But it actually turned out to be really good. Met a lot of amazing women, including Danielle herself, through the whole
Thank you.
process.
I'm honored.
Of course, Bella by Tina Foy was started because I had skincare issues myself through pregnancy, just from a teen to an adult, and I've tried all the remedies, YouTube, a couple of big brands that just didn't work out, and figured that I'd create my own solution to my problem, which turned out really good.
Yeah.
And after starting to do that, I figured other women would have the same issues, which turned out to be the case a lot more than I realized, and decided to make it into a brand. And we're still here as of March of this year, working on 3 years. So
Yes.
been pretty excited.
Yes, I would say so. And I think we've known each other that whole time.
Yes.
From this, now that I think of it, we met at the very beginning. So this is very nice. We can mark 3 years that we have been knowing each other.
Yes.
So, and we have worked closely together. We've done some campaigns together and things like that, as far as PR and advertising and things like that. So it's always a pleasure to work with Tina. If any of you have the opportunity, count yourselves blessed. She's very easy to work with. So,
I try to be.
yes, she's very
And
easy
vice
going.
versa. Danielle makes my job a lot easier
Oh,
when it comes
good.
to marketing.
Good.
So
I'm
it makes
glad
it a
to hear
lot
that.
easier. Updates. We're still here. We still have our collections, our glow collections, fall collections, men's, and we added the renew collection. Sorry, last year,
Okay. And
which was
what
our
does
newest collection.
renew? Yeah, what does that entail?
Well, our renew collection, you know how we get busy and we kind of forget our routine and just kind of take a break. Our renew
Yeah.
collection is that gap filler. It's that gets you back in the routine,
Mm.
filling those gaps that you kind of forgot about, and get you back in the routine of getting your skin back in the right order. So that
Okay.
was a gap that we're trying to fill in for everyone. Like you do your spa, and you just go, you know what, I'm going to take a break, and you just get caught up with life and forget that, oh, you know what, I need to get my skin back in order again. I'm seeing little marks here and there.
Okay. And I wonder if those will be good to use when the weather is changing, because it sounds like, those are the times of year, especially for me, I can tell what's going on with the weather by my skin.
Yes, especially now. Like I have combination skin,
Hmm.
so my skin where it's normally like it's oily right here and dry right here, it switches because of summer.
Okay.
So I'm having to
Wow.
flip flop.
Yeah, well, it pays to pay attention to your skin and kind of be able to catch what's going on or what may be coming. I know sometimes too, when we have those wonderful times of the month, our skin
Oh
can
yeah.
change too. And, we have pimples all of a sudden and just
Mhm.
stuff going on. So it's good to know, even in adolescence, and be able to kind of catch that stuff early on.
Yes, that's always a big help. That friend that comes to visit once a month can definitely make some changes. There's a lot of things that we do that can make changes, whether it's our
Hmm.
eating habits, stress, products that we use for makeup, even for our hair. It makes a big difference in our skin altogether. Um, Another,
Interesting.
yeah, it's a especially like my hair right now. it's kind of between oily and dry. But if it
Okay.
gets too oily and it stays on my face breaks out.
Yeah.
So I'm having to do extra cleaning just to kind of prevent
Okay.
it.
And you do have cleansers and things like that too. It's not just, lotions and
I do.
potions.
I have I have oil makeup remover that can use as a cleanser as well, a regular cleanser, and then I have your regular foam cleanser that has
Mhm.
been one of our top sellers because it's so light and it removes everything. And as much as I hate to admit it, you can see even if you don't wear makeup, you can see your day on your face once you wash your face with
Mm,
it.
that's true.
Not fun, but it shows
Yeah.
what you go through the day. Even just walking out in the air, you see all of the elements that are outside.
Hmm. And I don't think we lay people really think about it that way. If we haven't been educated in skincare or had certain experiences where we've been so close to that information, we don't realize that the things that are out there in nature and the pollution that we're in all the time actually does cling to us. It's not just in our hair, it's on our skin, it's on our clothes, which
Yeah.
we kind of assume, oh, if I walk into a smoky room, I'm going to have
Mhm.
some kind of smell, I'm going to smell like
Residue.
smoke. I'm going to have some kind of residue in my clothes, um, and my hair. But also the other pollutants that are in the air really can take a toll on our skin.
That's true. Just vehicles alone, with what's
Hmm.
coming out of them, would stick to our skin. Just roll right up the windows down. The pollen,
Mm,
whatever is out there, we it sticks to us, literally.
wow. So it definitely pays. I see clean our faces,
Yes.
clean, you know, keep start with the fresh palette every day so we can keep down the clogged pores and all the other issues that can come about. We'll be right back. Do you own a growing business? Danielle Rosser's clients get the keys to success when it comes to meeting their bottom line. Reach your intended audience with the proper branding, messaging, and storytelling when you partner with Ultimate Creative. So, what can Ultimate Creative do for you? Click the link in the description for a consultation and let's get started. Back to the show.
That's true. Our face is our canvas.
Mm-hmm.
Even for people that don't wear makeup, it's still your canvas. It's what people see every day. Is what within a few seconds people decide whether they want to talk to you or not. So
Mm.
our face is truly our canvas. It determines it's art, free walking art.
Yeah,
And speaking of art, we're getting ready to launch our makeup line, our cosmetics line.
that's
So I am
right.
super excited about that. We are looking to launch May 23 of this year,
All
and
right.
we're coming out with the same vegan free, healthy, just more colors. Like I love playing with colors. I love having eyeshadow. I love doing lipstick. I just like having fun,
Yes.
just kind of painting my face, as they say, or beating the face.
Beating the face. Yes.
Beating the face,
And
as
if
they
you
say.
if you missed this the last time, or if you missed the last episode that Tina was on, she is a beauty pageant winner. Was this 3 years running now? Your term is about to come
It
to an
is
end.
about to come to an end. I'm currently Mrs. Imperial Nations 2022-23.
Mm-hmm.
And it's getting ready to come to an end. It's a bittersweet, but I've definitely enjoyed just
Mm-hmm.
the service part of it, my sister queens, and just getting to share stories. My platform is autism because my oldest is autistic, so that is my big platform. I also actually include that in my business where we do like this month is autism awareness. So
Mm-hmm.
sales that we make, a certain proportion goes to an autism program.
Okay, awesome. That is great. And we need more information about that. We need more awareness because we hear the word thrown around all the time, but if you don't personally know someone with autism, with some of these illnesses and even, just even mental health and different
Yeah,
things like that, if sometimes if you don't personally know anyone with that, issue, then you don't really know anything about it. You have no education. It's not like, something they're teaching in schools. So we
Mhm.
wouldn't have heard it growing up unless it was in your family, in your household. You really wouldn't have known. So I love that you have actually made that your platform. And, you actually, by doing that, doing advocacy work for your own son. So that is great.
It is.
I love
He's the
it.
one that provided my strength. He's stronger than I am on any
Okay.
day. He's very very strong. And before he before we had him and found out he was autistic, I we didn't really know anything about autism. We've heard
Hmm.
it, but we didn't know anything about it. We were educated through the doctors and
Mm,
just kind of doing our own research to kind of find out. And even with research, no autistic person is the same. They're all different.
right.
And my personal opinion, I don't think that it's a disability. They think on a whole nother level. They just use the side of the brain that we don't, and they're very, very smart. People don't understand that. They just think
Hmm.
differently than we do. That's it. And my son amazes me because some things I'm like, okay, let me look that up. Give me a second.
Yeah. Yeah. These kids
And
will
he's
teach you some things.
oh yes, and he's only 11. So for him
Okay.
to be thinking the way he does, I'm like, yeah, there's it's just a different way of thinking. And if the
Yeah.
sooner people understand that, the better everyone would be technically.
Yeah, that's true. Especially when you talk about our professionals who deal with children a lot, like teachers and other educators, even the school bus drivers. If a
Yeah,
lot of them knew, and definitely our law enforcement and anybody dealing with the public in general, if we understood more,
yeah,
we would be a whole lot better. And those people will be served better, actually, and
true.
that's the
That's so
the
true.
the main thing.
That is very true. So he's my advocate. He's like, mommy, when I get old, I'm gonna work for you. I'm gonna run your business for you.
Okay.
I was like, okay, if that's what you want to do, I'm not forcing you to do anything because you're very smart. You can do whatever you want to do. But if that's what you want to do, mom got your back. Mommy will be here.
Yeah. Awesome.
So
So we have a trainee in the making.
yes,
When he gets ready for training,
yes,
he'll be
him and his
ready.
brother, they're very honest. I was like, mommy, that's not cute.
That's
That
not cute.
no.
Oh my gosh. Well, going back to what you were saying about pageantry, you also have been a model. So I just want people to make that connection that you started Bella by Tina Foy out of frustration with your own skin issues, but you understand. So with this cosmetic line that's coming out next month, you actually know what you're talking about when it comes to beating the face and all of that. You could be a makeup artist if you wanted to. If
I
anybody
wouldn't
has
say
seen
that.
your
My sister
I
does
would
makeup
say
and
that.
she's really good. I can't touch
Okay.
her level, so I wouldn't say that. But I do my own makeup
Okay.
occasionally. But I love makeup. Been doing makeup, playing in makeup since I was maybe 4, 5. I've been
Mm,
playing in makeup, and to see the
wow.
trends that change and how products have come a long way. They're a lot more healthier now. They're not testing on animals, or some. I can't say for all, but
Right.
companies are not testing on animals. So we've definitely come a long way as far as looks and how cosmetics are just being created. So that's a definite plus.
Yeah.
But modeling has definitely. I used to cake on makeup, and when I mean cake, like it was thick layers just to cover
Oh.
scars and breakouts. Just because in the industry you have to have a certain look
Mm-hmm.
for them to even consider you. Like they want you natural, but you still got to cover all your imperfections.
Hmm.
So that was one
Isn't
of
that an
the
oxymoron?
yeah. It's,
Natural, but
that's
not natural.
yeah. It's like okay, you know what? And being behind the scenes, it taught me a lot of what I don't want to do, especially when it comes to both the skincare and makeup line. I don't want to. There's categories that they use per se to identify their market and who they're going to sell to. We see a
Mm-hmm.
lot of people not trying to give away secrets, but we see a lot of commercials where they're saying they're using this, but they just got it for the day. They
Mm-hmm.
they, they don't actually use the product. They just got it for the day, and they're
Right.
just selling it to the consumer. I don't want to do that. The faces that you see in the collections, they actually use it. I
That's
actually
right.
use my own product. That's my go-to. That's my safe haven. I
Okay.
don't want to sell or promote anything that I don't use. That's not fair to anyone, and I would hate for anyone to do it to me. So just
Hmm.
being behind the scenes, I've learned a lot of what not to do and how they actually market to
Okay, that's a very good point. It helps when we're looking at the companies that we're supporting and the brands that we support and give our hard-earned money to. It's good to know whether or not that person actually has expertise in that area. Do they have a personal connection to that that brand and that whatever that industry is. That's something that I really like to see when I am working with the I like to know that there is a story there, especially if we're going to do any pitching to the media or put you in front of the public and say, buy their product, buy their, services or what have you. There does need to be a level of understanding about that industry and about whatever that thing is that they're selling. And then if there's a story, if there's a backstory like with yours, it makes it easy to sell to a journalist or, a TV station or what have you. So, yeah, that's very good and good to note about Bella by Tina Foy. It is run by somebody who obviously understands the mission and knows the journey herself with skincare and makeup.
it. Yeah, one of those things. I'm a mom. I'm human, and it's only fair to see that.
Hmm.
There's big companies. Everyone came from somewhere, whether it was small or just automatically started big. But it's good to know, especially me as a consumer myself. I like to have where there's a story. Like I know you're actually using your products. You're not just giving
Hmm.
me fluff just to
Yeah.
sell a product.
Yes, I know. That's always a comforting feeling. And it's nice to know, too, your ambassadors actually use the products. I know one is a makeup artist herself
Yes.
and uses your products. So that says a lot.
And the products are unisex. We have a men line, true enough, but they're unisex. Even just like our spa collection, my husband he uses. I think he uses more than I do actually. Now that I think about it, he uses the eye gel, the face scrubs. He loves the charcoal mask. He has his spa days. I'm looking for my stuff,
Yeah.
and he has it in his hand. So
Uh-huh.
it's fun
But
things to
that's
do.
good. They
Yeah,
need to
it's
be
fun
able to
things to
pamper
do.
themselves and not be stigmatized.
Yeah, that's true. It's
Yeah.
fun things to do as a couple. If you just do want to do a date night, have an in-house spa day. It's fun things
Mm,
to do. So it's just easy to get it out to everyone and just even give ideas. It's something that we're working on as well is to do videos to give couples ideas that they can just kind of have fun and create a night for each other or even just friends. So
yeah.
we're looking forward to doing that as well. I just got to get out of my
Awesome.
shyness.
Yeah, she claims to be shy. I'm still not buying it, but you would know better than I would. Okay, so what else does Bella by Tina Foy have coming this year? I know we have the launch. When did you say May 5th?
May 23rd.
23rd. Okay. I hope that it's a successful launch. I'm sure that your fans and your customers are excited and ready for it to go ahead and drop so they can so they can
Yes,
put their orders in. Are you taking pre-orders at any point
we
or
are getting ready to. We are doing a fine tuning to the website because we had to try to convert and make it where you can still shop all in one, but kind of separate the two for the clients depending on what they're looking for. But we want to
okay?
make it easier to transition and give a little bit of chic but still fun.
Yes. Okay. And you said before that your the company, the way that you're approaching things is that it's luxury
Yes,
skincare without the luxury price
luxury
tag.
price.
Can you
Yes.
explain that a little bit?
So mostly for the good treatments, the good ingredients, especially like the hyaluronic
Okay.
acid and natural products, $50 to $60 for vitamin C, depending on the brands. If you're getting the authentic good stuff, and that's not, we don't want to break pockets. We want you to be able to have a nice product, good size, good price, but it lasts you a long time. The longest, like I know for one of my customers, her eye gel lasted her 6 months. She uses
Mm.
it night and day, but it's a little goes a long way for the product, and it lasted her 6 months.
Wow. So that's showing you the quality right there. It actually should have been used up by then, especially if she's using it twice a day, every day. That's
So that
amazing.
it lasts very, very long. And I've been told that it helps with swelling for acne. I've been told by another client, she's like, I couldn't find uh my face was itching. I got a bit bite by something and I couldn't find an
Hmm.
ointment to stop the itch. And she's like, I used it and my swelling was down the next day. And I'm like, okay, I didn't know that it did that, but
So we
okay.
found a new use.
Yeah, I was like,
Okay.
oh,
It's
okay.
multi-purpose, guys.
It's multi-purpose. I was like, glad to know. Thank you for letting me know.
Oh God, the things you find out.
Yes, I'm like, I
But
know it brings down eye swelling, but I did not know it brings down blood pressure. But
right.
okay.
Well, that is good though to keep in your back pocket.
Yeah, it's funny to hear the feedback from customers, just knowing the amazing stories that they have and how it makes them feel. And they're like, if you sell it, like, okay, when is it coming back? How long is it gonna take? Can I go ahead and put in my
Mm.
order now?
Well, it sounds like you have some pretty good customer relations going on at Bella by Tina Foy. How help some of our entrepreneurs watching who haven't been in the game very long, or maybe they're considering entrepreneurship at this point. Tell them some things that have made the customer experience good for your customers. What are some things that you do to create a good experience for them?
So for customers that reach out to me directly, they have my email address. They can. I'm always on social media. Even it may take me 24 hours to respond, but I do respond if they have any questions. I kind of find out their background, what they're doing, to kind of lead them into the direction that they need to be. For some people, they're not sure what a combination is, so I kind of have to ask deeper questions to kind of figure it out and how to
Mm,
test the products. Some people like to go directly into putting on the products on their face, which is not good because you could be allergic. Even though they're natural, some people are just allergic to certain products.
yeah.
So I like to tell customers to kind of test the products first on their forearms before jumping in. And then if you don't have a reaction or you're fine, then you can go ahead and start using products. I'm not a doctor. I don't have a PhD, but I'm straightforward as far as skincare and my products go.
Okay, very good. And you're working with professionals to actually create the and formulate the product. So it's not her just like mixing chemicals.
No, no, I don't. No, nope, that's not my cup of tea. No, no,
Right. But you know what you like and what
yes,
you
what I'm
need,
looking
what you
for.
personally needed for your skin. So
Correct.
very good.
Natural is always good, but like I said, even though things are natural and hypoallergenic, you can still be allergic to because they're not just one product in there. They're not just one ingredient in there. They're
Mm-hmm.
multiple. So you may not be allergic to one item, but you might be allergic to the next. So that's why I say test
Right.
first before you jump into using the product, especially if you're using another brand. Our brands, our brand, all the products are meant to work together, but another brand, it may not work the same way. So we
Mm,
try to help educate a little bit as far. That's why I like to talk to customers and let them know upfront, answer questions that they may
yeah.
have.
Very good. So it sounds like you have an approach where you do as much fact finding as possible in order to provide the type of experience that they would be happy with.
Yes.
What else do you do to really make sure that you're actually reaching them um, and keeping them coming back too?
I'm very upfront. Might be scary. That doesn't happen very much anymore, especially with brands. But I'm very upfront, especially on my social media, my IG. When I do lives, I keep the bloopers and everything in there. Uh,
Okay.
I'm very upfront. I use the products. I try to show the customers how to use them, what I do. I get on there with the hair wrap and all, the whole mommy mode, the whole
Yeah.
I'm not always set like this. I don't always look like this. So I try to
Hmm.
be as transparent as possible, just to let them know, hey, I'm just like you. I go through the same
Okay.
struggles. I do still have breakouts occasionally because I like chocolate. Sometimes I don't like to eat healthy sometimes. So I like to just be upfront and let them know that they can reach out and just be relatable.
Okay. Very nice. Well, is there anything else before we wrap up that you want to share with up and coming um, female entrepreneurs, especially in the beauty space? Is there something they should keep in mind as they're navigating this space? You've been in it for a little while now. It's just been 3 years, but I know
Mhm.
it's been a quite a journey.
It has struggles, tears, all the whole blood, sweat, and tears. I would just say be transparent. Take your time. Don't give up. Ask for
Mhm.
help. That's the biggest thing.
Hmm.
Don't be afraid to reach out if you see someone else doing the same thing or something close. Um, Ask for help. Some people
Okay.
don't mind sharing where you can go to find information.
Hmm.
It, there's no such thing as a dumb question, and the dumbest thing you can do is not ask for help.
Yeah, and I think that's a good point too. They may not tell you the exact answer or exactly what you want to hear at that time, but they can point you in the right direction. And if they can do that, then you're at least 50% of the way
Right? It's
to
true.
getting what you
Very, very
need
true.
and finding that solution. So don't be deterred if someone says, well, I was able to get some help from this place or what have you. They're not going to just, especially if it has taken them years and they've spent lots of money,
Yes,
paying for the information, paying for courses and things like that. They're not going to just give it to you free.
that's true.
And it's a little unfair to expect everything for free. So ask, and if you don't get the whole thing broken down, it's okay. Know that there may be a financial investment involved in getting the information. There's going to be definitely a
Yes,
time
definitely.
investment, in getting
Definitely.
and getting where you what you need and where you want to be in the business. Because we look at brands, and this is a microwave society right now. We want everything now. We want it immediately. We want it to look like we want it to look when we get it immediately.
Yes.
And somehow we're now in Disney, and this is supposed to happen like that when we snap our fingers,
Yes.
but that's not
True.
reality.
So true.
So, if we manage those expectations of ourselves, then, we can avoid so much disappointment and being disgruntled with other people because they're not giving us everything on a silver platter.
That's true. Yeah, because I had business coaches. I went through the whole business coaches. I did business
Hmm.
groups, a lot of research, a lot of asking for help. So it's just you can't go wrong. Just
Yeah.
do your research on the people or person you want to work with and see if they're a right fit. Because not everyone's gonna be the perfect fit for you. So
Yeah. Well, Tina, thank you so much for coming back and being with us again. Ladies and gentlemen, I hope you have enjoyed the information and I hope you took some notes, especially on those last few points. Those are things that it's easy to forget and to think that we got it covered and we're just gonna go and like rule the world, but we have to be realistic too, and then maybe you can, but we have to get some things down first. So thank you again for coming and being with us, Tina.
thank you for
You
having
all,
me.
oh yeah, absolutely, you all follow Tina, and tell them again where you can be found.
I can be found at Facebook, TikTok now, IG at bellabytinafoy.com, and then our cosmetics page is b3.bbtf cosmetics. So, but that's
Yeah.
also on our Bella by Tina Foy page.
Okay. Okay. So you can go one place or you can go right to the cosmetics page. So that's awesome. Well, again, everyone, you have a great day. Thanks for joining us again and come back. We'll be back in a couple more weeks. Bye. Get in touch today to find out how you can become an Ultimate Creative Chat sponsor.